your fucking shit together. It's Salty Banter Live. Let's talk reefing. The show's about to begin. We've got Melinda, her tongue's as sharp as a diamond point chisel. But you'll only ever find her at a Bunnings sausage sizzle. We've got Dan, he just loves TMC. He's the biggest beast of a fucker you'll ever see. We've got Matt, he's a reefing addict. What will he buy next? Nobody can predict. We've got Steve looking for sponsors like a whore. Got sore knees from kneeling down on the floor. We've got Steve here from Exodus. Give him a few quid and he'll give you a kiss. We've got Tom from the Reefers Network. His tanks are like pieces of artwork. We've got Critical Reef. His real name is James, baking pasties so beautiful they should be in frames. We've got Chris, a brilliant reefer from Dorset. At home sitting in a leather corset. Salty Banter Live. It's Salty Banter Live. Grab your bollocks and give them a trim. The fucking show's about to begin.
Good evening, everybody. Is everyone well?
Good
That was
evening.
brilliant.
Good evening.
I loved it.
Great intro.
I just want to know what Ron had actually described himself as in that intro.
It rhymes with fox hunt.
Interesting.
What I want to know is how did Tom get away with this, with his pieces of art? I mean, the Reefers got dragged over the coals, and
Yeah,
Tom got away with pieces of art.
it's all those Snow White corals, Steve. They look great.
Just have a
Just
wine.
I decided to give Tom a night off. I just one night off for Tom. Just,
Yeah,
I mean, it might go downhill later though. I mean, I'm not in control. So
Oh dear.
anyway, is everyone well?
Very.
I think can I just say,
Good.
can I just say, Steve looks how I feel with the flipping temperature that we've got in the UK today. It looks like he's
Which
melting.
one?
You, Steve. Sorry,
Yeah, I
I've
am.
got two Steves. You do look a bit sweaty.
You look glazed.
Was that the stress of trying to get it work?
Who's the
To get the
flutter
link to work.
just now?
He's one of the most professional, polite men I've ever met until that phone call. I don't know what just happened. It was just a barrage of abuse.
I do hope Steve was recording that because I need to hear it back. It was hilarious.
That's how he talks to all his. That's how he talks to all his customers when he puts the phone down.
Anyway, moving on. So, Salty Banter Live, thank you to everybody for joining. It's really, really difficult to get 9 people tied down ever. So, round of applause to you all for actually making it. Steve, can't really give you a round of applause. It was 7:59 when you joined and your camera and microphone didn't work, but we'll let you away with it. So let's quickly jump
Am I
into...
here?
Yeah, unfortunately, you made it. So, yeah.
I can only apologise to everybody.
Go on then.
Yeah.
No, let's not go that far.
Good afternoon, Elisa. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon, Emma. Nice to see you. James, who is on screen tonight and is popping his live stream cherry.
Yeah.
Would it be better to call it popping your live stream cherry Bakewell?
Oh,
Good evening, Terry. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Liam, my man, how you doing?
Liam.
Evening.
hello.
Anthony, good evening.
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 Matty Boy, who joined in probably the worst mood I've ever seen. So hopefully he'll get out of that before it gets to his turn. Good evening, Terry number 2.
Terry.
Peter.
Peter.
Jamie, hope you're doing well.
Hey.
Sent me a photo of himself earlier with a beer and his shirt was completely unbuttoned.
Oh,
The man from Del Monte. Anyone remember that?
Yeah. Did he say yes or no?
I'm just going to leave it at it was slightly peggy. But anyway, good evening, Yarrick. Nice to see you.
Eric.
Melinda, hope you're well. Yes, there were some technical issues, but Emma sorted Dan out the landscape portrait situation.
Great technical support.
Thank you.
Can I just say, my technical support help failed immensely.
What can I do?
Support ever again.
I was trying to
even
support
relinked you.
everybody.
I've just got an image of Emma sorting Dan out now. Thanks for that, Ron.
No.
Two giants going at it.
Good afternoon, Jason. Nice to see you. Beefy Reese, hello. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
Good evening, Stu. It's Tom. G'day, Tom.
Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Steve, nice to see you.
Hi, Steve.
Harry, how are you, Harry? Hope you've had a good
Harry.
Evening,
What a
Harry.
legend. Banana Rama. Good evening, Banana Rama.
Can I just ask if Harry chose to wear a dress today because it's so hot? You got a nice summer dress on?
I do have a sound bite somewhere. Come on. Oh, here we go.
You want me to put my red dress on?
Oh, yes, we do.
Good afternoon, Kyle. Thank you for joining. Good evening, Ailey. Nice to see you.
Evening.
James. Good evening.
Hey.
Bearded fish
Hey.
guy. Yeah. He did say he was going to try and join, so thank you, Jack. Southeast Reefer. Steve, how do you feel about that name? Do you feel like it's kind of a bit close to you? Do you feel that you should maybe send some threatening letters?
Copyright infringement.
It feels like it's like a long way away from me.
No, but I mean, it's long way away, but you did say you were going to post him a dog shit.
Or two.
Thank you.
I hope you put enough stamps on that. You don't want to get reverse charged.
Don't want to stamp on it.
And with this hot weather, that's
See if you
gonna
can
be
find one of those white dog shits that used to exist on the street. You don't see them
not a
anymore.
thing anymore.
You don't.
See them anymore.
Excessive calcium in the dog food.
Is that what it was? Because I remember trying to
Really?
split off of my skateboard wheels.
Well, Melinda had the same
Yeah.
problem, clearly. You change your diet?
Was around when you
Personally, or
I've had dogs all my life, but yes, no, it's excess calcium in the dog food.
I'm now just picturing Melinda as the dog shit version of Santa. Every night goes out and just drops lots of little white snowy shits everywhere. We're going off track and we're only 5 minutes in. Good evening, Sellers Reef. Nice to
Evening.
see you.
Evening.
And Man Mountain, there he is.
Hello.
I don't know if we'll get any other. Oh, here we go. Darren, good evening. Thank you for joining.
Hey,
That's
Darren.
it.
Evening.
Will M, good evening.
Wagga-win bread bins.
When we all went off piste there, we dropped 3 watchers.
Just like, nah, not tonight.
Melinda, can you read out that comment again?
Which one?
The one. Go back.
Wagga-
Yeah, there we go.
Wagga-win bread bins. What does it mean?
Wow.
Dear.
Good evening, Rob. Hope you're well.
I
Robert?
wish I was wanted.
Good evening, Simon. Nice to see you.
Oh, I hope so.
I think, let me have a little look. Aquarium composition. Good evening. Anyone know who that is?
Oh,
Joe.
yeah, it's Joe. Yeah.
He's the reason that I was late coming to the live stream.
Well,
So he's drunk too.
So he's struggling to finish off.
No, fine. We made it.
Oh dear. Good evening, me okay? Good evening, Fish Ventura. This person watches all of our
Yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
big shout out, Fish
content.
Ventura.
And we are done. So, as always, we go down the screen and we talk about our week in reefing. Tom, you're first on the screen. It's amazing to see you in front of the DT.
Yeah.
It's looking rather chunky.
What, me or the DT?
I didn't say that.
You were thinking it though, because I know you, Ronald. Yes,
Nope.
you were.
I was
Trout.
thinking festively plump. Like a nice
Oh dear. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So what would you like to know, Ronald?
But
McDonald?
what's been happening with you in your reefing world? You know, you host your own show on the Reefers Network. Now's the chance to relax and chill out and just talk about your tank.
Chill out.
He's stressed.
I'm not stressed at all. I'm just trying to think about what I'm going to say first.
You didn't take notes.
Did you not get the memo about the notes?
I'm either gonna. Well, I'm at a halfway house at the minute. I've got notes. Don't worry. Modern Reef is potentially coming off, and Calcium Reactor on this is going on. Sorry, Steve. I just can't afford it. It's just getting absolutely the uptake of the tank. I'm dosing, I think, 120 mil a day now. 130 mil a day, and it's just going to get.
I'm 106, and that's 450 litres.
Yeah, but you get yours free.
I really do. I can guarantee.
No, it's just becoming. I don't know. I watched Viking Reefing's video. If anybody else has watched it recently, he's got the Pacific Sun calcium reactor, which ironically I've got under here, not in a box, but I've had it for over a year and not turned it on once. So I think I'm going to be firing that up because it's there. And
did you not used to run a calcium reactor though?
Yes. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would be interested to see what you see from that difference-wise. Just for where I'm going to be going with mine.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got it. When I went down the Modern Reef route, it was meant to be the latest and greatest. And I'm not saying I haven't had a bad. I'm not saying I've had a bad experience with it. It's been great, but I've not really got anything to compare it against. If that makes sense, it's the first thing that I put on the system, so I can't really say has it made anything look better than it did before because there was nothing on it before. So
have you tried AFR?
Have I tried?
Well,
you're right. Where are you?
First 5 minutes, I got it in.
I'm going to try the calcium reactor on it, but yeah, you can. You probably see there's quite a lot of growth since last time.
Well, we haven't seen it last time.
You did the tank tour, didn't you? Didn't we? Hang on, let me move out the way.
Yeah, there you go. That was ages ago.
That was 7 months ago.
Look at the amount of coral in that tank.
So yeah, it's started to really bed in now, grow out, whatever you want to call it. Fish oil.
Who sounds like they're about to die breathing? Melinda, is that your dog?
I did wonder that.
No. Oh, wait there.
Yeah. So plenty of flow. Yeah. So yeah, it's just
looking well.
Filling out.
It's really established, Tom. It's really good.
Yeah.
Eyes of that stag.
Yeah. Hang on, let me zoom in for you.
So all your silicates in line now, Tom, because you had some real problems, didn't you?
I did have some problems. Yeah, you can see now some of the growth.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, things taking off.
Love it.
How long have you been on Modern Reef now, Tom?
6 months, 6, 7 months. I'm not dissing it, other than it's like £160 every time I go and get a top up. You know, it's like.
I'm just asking, have you got a base level now of what that can do? And looking at that, I would say yes, you have.
Oh yeah, I mean, that Liam gave me a piece of that about 6 months ago, and Liam, if you're watching, I think you'll know exactly how much that's grown in 6 months. It's been rent. Josh gave me that. Barley Slimer came out of Joshua's reef tank when I went up to see him in Middlesbrough about 18 months ago. That was just a 1-inch frag, so that's taken off.
There's a lot for you here, Tom. How much onion juice is in the tank?
That's a great question, Harry.
Quite a lot, and it's very caramelized. But yeah, people watching might have seen some videos I've done before. I mean, that Miyagi talk was Hang on, get there. That was a 1-inch frag. That one there. So, yeah, they're all Tim's green alien. Yeah.
Is that micro bubbles coming up from the sump?
No, it's because I've cleaned the power heads today, so they're probably a little bit too close to the surface. But
It might have been early failure of a red dragon pump then.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're there.
Live.
There they are.
Not live. Don't do it live.
Oh, how dirty that sump is! Sorry. I turned the sump at the first end into a frag tank now, as you can see, with a radion. You'll be pleased to see, Steve.
Why do you not run cones on the return pumps?
You what? Sorry.
Why don't you run cones on the return pump? Any reason for that? I've never noticed that before.
Everything's clean by the time it gets there, or should be.
Yeah.
I don't run it. Because I'm just double checking. I don't think I run any screens on mine.
Yeah. Lots of flow.
You ever had a rogue snail or something make its way in there?
I don't have snails because the Corys wrasse, she's there. She just eats them.
You don't have any snails in that system?
I think I've got 2. The rest of them are urchins, tuxedos. They deal with my algae. Yeah. But yeah, the fish are really doing all right. And yellow tang, yeah, I've had 13 years, 14 years.
Emma was just asking, what is the name of the piece Liam gave you?
Ooh, hang on, let me see if I can. How long this cable is? Just 1 second. Where are we? Right. Oh, right. Hang on. Let me see if I can get a better angle for you. 1 second. Can't see what you can see here. I don't know what it's called, but that's it. But that's it. If somebody else can name it, you're more than welcome.
Take a screenshot, Emma. Take a screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom wants to see the IC firework. Right, okay. Right, just bear with me 1 second, Thomas. We'll have to put that cable under there. Oh, doing it live. Great laugh. Right, the IC firework. Let's see if you can see it. Is there. That's a blue acro with, zoom in. No, that way. There you go. That's it.
Wow.
That was a 1-inch. That was a 1-inch frag that I got off Tom, and a guy was selling out of his shed about a year ago. So yeah, it's doing all right. Yeah,
you're getting good growth.
Oh, thanks. That sounded like it was really painful to say.
No, you are. You're getting good growth.
Yeah. That was one I got from Love to Reef last year with the dripster made me buy it, and that's a year. That was a 1-inch frag. Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's growing out. Growing out. There you go.
Looking good.
All right. There you go. Anyway.
Just wait, give you a few seconds just to come back.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ronald. Bet that. It's nice you've been nice to me today, actually, for a change. It's normally full of abuse.
He's lulling you into a false sense of security.
Oh, is that what it is?
We talked about this before in the green room. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
It's like Stewie and Family Guy. So, you got my money?
Yeah. But no, nothing else really to say about other than just taking it from there. I mean, we had the issue where I lost the best coral, or what I thought was the best coral in the tank last week, the Aussie one I mentioned about on one of the streams, but I think it was a combination. The salinity had crept up, the phosphate had crept up, and we've had some massive temperature spikes this last couple of weeks.
What's it got up to, Tom? What's it got up to, Tom? Because you run hot anyway.
I run it hard. I do run it warmer, but I run it warmer because I kind of have to with the heat from the lights, and it's obviously all sort of cased in. But it's we've hit 28 a few times, 28 and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you do run around about the 28, do you not? 27.
No, I run around. I run 27. I tend to run more 27. Yeah, 26 to 27. I run. Yeah.
There you go. There's another nice comment.
Do you know what though? The tank looked its best when I came back from wrap because I'd not seen it. It's the first time I've not looked at the tank on a frequent basis, and because we were there for 10 days or whatever it was, to not see the tank for 10 days and then come back. Apart from to be fair to Kaz, cleaning the glass, you just notice so much more, which is why I think I'm a big advocate of taking photographs of certain corals. You know, because you don't realise how much stuff has grown until sometimes somebody else will come round to your house and say, bloody hell, you know, last time I came around that was whatever. So I think it's good to take photos. But yeah, obviously, you know, we've got the NIOS upstairs where we do the live stream normally, and that's had a lot of my attention. But I think when it comes to big tanks, people think, yeah, bigger is better, but it's more expensive. And the time and effort you have to put on it, if you want to maintain a decent quality tank, becomes a job. So,
do you run Tom?
Yeah, I've got a chiller. Yeah, I've got a Teco chiller.
And is it running full time at the moment then?
No, it's not on at the minute, and it's not in a box. Before you comment, the reason why it's not running at the minute is because we've got an aircon unit in the lounge that's on, and what again I find with chillers is that depending on your room setup in terms of your walls and your tank, it can actually be a little bit of a false economy because they obviously expel warm air in terms of the exhaust. So a lot of people will think, well, that's a really good idea. Like me, I'll put a chiller here in the sump. Well, no, because the exhaust fan's just going to literally kick out the warm air back into the sump area. So you've kind of got to have it at a distance. I think if you're fortunate enough to have the chiller, in fact, because of the layout of the room upstairs in the office where I've got the NIOS tank, that's better suited for a chiller because it's so close to the window. If I had an issue with it, but this one down here, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing firing up these machines that then create so much energy. I mean, not to go off reefing too far, but we had to spend thousands of pounds at the garden centre on our cake cabinet for chilling the cakes because it literally was chilling the cakes underneath and the heat was just coming straight up the back and just cooking the staff. So we got a company to come in and take all of the guts out, put it away in a loft in a building behind, and then run loads of pipe work down to it, which causes some trouble, but it was just too warm for the people who have to try and service it.
Don't forget we've got the fan. Show you, we've got the fan, haven't we, above? Remember that goes into the kitchen extractor. If you can see that.
So that's taking hot air from the tank.
Yeah. But the problem with that is that it's so noisy to run it all the time because the vibrations. So it's something I need to look at if it gets too hot. There's options anyway.
I think in the UK, a lot of houses are going to end up with aircon. I think it's coming. I mean, I've got it on almost 24 hours a day in the office because that's where all the aquariums are. And without it, it would be awful. Year one, when we bought the garden centre in the summer, that office got to 32 degrees. Because the person that built it.
Imagine if it wasn't in Scotland. It would have got really hot then.
Literally an oven. Anyway, so you're dropping Modern Reef for
potential for firing the calcium reactor up, which I've already got. If I'd have not already got the calcium reactor, I would carry on with Modern Reef because of the expense of a calcium reactor. It's kind of like solar panels on a house. You don't get the return on investment until further on down the line, unfortunately. So
you've got it.
But I've already got it. Yeah, it's already there. Just need to set it up. And I think again another thing with the tank being sort of, I'm going to run it alongside to start with. I'm not just going to swap it. You know, that'd be crazy. So I am going to run it, you know, and dial the Modern Reef down just so I can keep that alkalinity, you know, stable. And I think as well, if I'm going to be doing a few more adventures with Mr. Drip, it's a lot more sort of peace of mind knowing that you've got a calcium reactor that's, you know, providing you've got a big enough CO2 bottle. I just don't think there's as much potential issues there, really, rather than dosing heads and pumps and pipes and etc.
I've only ever thrown. Sorry, on you go, Steve.
On my old tank that was a 2,500 litre display, I used to run a Destaco on that. I used to buy CO2 from a place near me that did beer gas.
Yeah.
It was dirt cheap. It was like 35 quid for a big barrel.
Yeah.
I used to swap that out about twice a year.
That's what I mean. People don't realise how cheap they are to run. I think they just look at them and just think that they're a bit space age in terms of the technology, but they're very simple.
Change the medium more than the gas.
I think the other thing as well, it depends on the sort of your household as well, obviously in terms of your pH, because I always have a fairly high pH, and I've got the Calquasser as well that I put on at night sometimes to keep it boosted. So and a CO2 scrubber. So I mean, at the minute we're at what we are 8.5. So it can come down. It can come down a bit with the effluent, is what I'm saying. 8.3 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go. Calcium reactor. Tank's looking well. It's growing out. Thank you. Lost a coral. This hobby sucks sometimes, but such is life.
Did you keep the coral for your calcium reactor?
No, I actually stood on it outside barefooted and said a lot of naughty words. And it was an Aussie table, so it was very spiky and very painful. I'm sure you'd be pleased to know that.
What was it doing out there?
It got exited
Drop out of the
because
just
fell out.
No. I have a collection of so when I change the filter floss, probably every day or every 2 days, and I put it in like a what do you call it, like a little bin bag you get from Home Bargains or whatever, you roll of them. I put it in that, and because I can't be asked to take it, well, I don't want to take it through the house because Kazan was sick because it'd probably drip water. I put it round the back of the house and I just pile them up till there's about 10 of them, and then I put them in the wheelie bin. So I just threw the coral on there. It ricocheted off the wall, and then I walked into the garage through some arrow. I stood on it.
I wish
barefooted.
Wish I'd been there.
Anyway, but the reason why I got the monk on with it was because every other coral, there were 2 corals that I lost when I said that I had the issue the other week, and that was by far my favourite coral in the tank. And then every time I've cut it with the Griffin, it's literally survived for 2 days, and then on the 3rd or 4th day, it's just gone. No, it's just started receding. So, and I've dipped it, and I've tried everything that I know, but it's still alive now. I've still got a piece of it now, but it's gone from being probably the size of my hand to probably the size of my thumb. So I'm just trying to keep it. I just want to keep a piece.
So like Dave's hand.
No. It's a lot bigger than Dave's hand.
Bigger than Dave's hand. Yeah. I mean, you must be quite impressed. I said hand. Anyway, head. Steve, I see you have shit in your tank.
Yeah, well, that's how I started the nitrogen cycle going.
I'd say it's all in the phrasing, isn't it? It's all in the phrasing.
Efficient.
Yeah, I noticed some people were talking in the comments as well, so I'm going to move the camera and try and zoom it.
Yes.
It might go horribly wrong.
Let me see if I can solo you. Hold on. There we go. What do we have? Is that a Gorgonian?
Yes. Yeah, so there is a Gorgonian, there is a big Duncan colony, there is an Avatar chalice, and 2 toadstools in there at the moment.
Is that lunch for the bicolour?
And a meaty coral that the puffer's just eating, look.
Wow.
Things. So I thought I'll put that big meaty coral in and see what happens. And they're both looking at it like it's lunch at the moment.
Yeah, they're actually eating it right now.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to move that.
Steve, did you have to buy any substrate for that tank, or is that just all the ground?
Glass that I sanded off the glass. Yeah. So yeah, I've got that tank up and running now. I've still got the fluval running in case the fish were unhappy because they went in last night. I've moved the fluval light over at the moment. I want to try and pick up a second-hand XR15 because the long-term plan with that tank is it's probably going to become a coral spawning tank. So I want something that I can do the light cycle with. So yeah, I'm probably going to be getting a radium for it at some point. Yeah, I think that's about it on that tank. On my main tank, I've installed ozone today.
Oh, brilliant.
So it was actually surprisingly easy. It's all up and running. I got the ET200, the YPro ET200. Should be way more than is needed. Shoved it on the tank, set up the Apex to run it based on ORP. It is currently running, and it appears to have done almost nothing today for my.
Do you run that?
So I don't know what's going on.
Do you run it through the skimmer?
Yes.
Yes.
What,
I've
what
got-
ORP threshold did you set up? What low and which high did you set up?
410 to switch it on, 420 to switch it off.
Oh, that's a very tight threshold.
Yeah, well, I just threw it in, and it hasn't actually gone past, hasn't actually reached 410 yet. So, my normal is between 370 and 420. It kind of cycles throughout the day. At the moment, it's 377, and it's kind of at the bottom of that dip, and it's starting to come back up. And I can see the ozone has kind of shallowed out the dip a little bit, but it's not done anywhere near as much as I was expecting it to. And I don't know whether it's just that there's not enough draw through the skimmer to pull enough ozone through to have the impact. I'm not quite sure. I did it today. So
is all air getting brought through the ozonizer, or
yes.
is it only so it's all coming through?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, mine, I can put mine on for 5 minutes, and the ORP is quite quickly.
Either that, or I just got a shit ozonator from AliExpress. So
Is that where you bought it?
no.
Fuck's sake. So Harry is making a very good point. Are you running it through an air dryer?
No. The missus is using the hairdryer at the moment.
I tried, Harry. I tried.
Yeah, okay. It was one of the things that I thought I might have to do is run it through an air dryer. But
yeah.
Steve, I'm not
I've
going
got a
to
load
pretend
of
that I
silicon
know.
beads.
I'm not going to pretend that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to ozone. But if you had to buy any certain equipment, because I know it brittles certain plastics and things, isn't it?
Yeah, so I spoke with Harry about what tubing he used, and although I couldn't order the same stuff as he got, it gave me the search terms to search for, and you basically have to search for ozone-proof tubing, and it's being pulled through my Bubble Magus Curve 5, which is ozone-friendly. So, yeah, because that you have to be careful, otherwise it'll eat it up.
Sorry.
Go on, Steve.
Yeah.
When you say ozone friendly, the majority of pumps out there are ozone friendly up to 25 or 50 milligrams per hour or per litre. I can't remember what it is. I always used to run mine through a cheapo reactor. I just used to buy a reactor, fill them full of bio balls and drill through the top, put a piece of acrylic in, acrylic tube, and then just pull it through there so you get the maximum amount of air time because you're pushing down through the reactor and then it's coming up through the bio balls before it's released. Then put the outlet next to the inlet of the skimmer.
Okay.
So then if something breaks, you're not killing your skimmer, you're killing some bio balls or a bit of pie.
Yeah. It's good idea. I'll have
The
to.
Red Sea skimmers don't like ozone.
No.
Whereas the max spec one, you get for like 15 quid an ozone kit, and you just change a couple of the pipes in the back of it, Job done.
Excellent.
So, ozone. What else is happening?
MP40. I quite like it. I was running a Nero 5.
What made
I've
you
got a Nero
change?
5 on the other side. I wanted to. Everyone's always banging on about how great MP40s are, and I thought, what am I missing out on? Let's have a look. I'll pick up a second-hand one and just see what all the fuss is about. And I do quite like it. Yeah, it seems. I liked on the Neros that I had that little bit of flexibility to kind of angle stuff around a little bit.
Yep.
But it seems to have way more flow than the Nero did. So yeah, so I need to pick up another one for the other side now.
Get it done.
I can't be doing with it having different ones and one on each side. That's not going to happen for long.
You can still run both of those through the same app, though, can't you? 'Cause you can put the Nero on Mobius.
Yeah, and that was so. I had the two Neros in anti-sync, but it won't let you mix a Nero and an MP40 in anti-sync.
No, okay.
Well, I tried it. I need to revisit it and see if I can. But it wasn't a simple replacement. It might need something different doing, but I couldn't work it out.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's next. Coral's growing like crazy in there at the moment.
Good,
which is great.
Nice.
Yeah, the little nipple of blue curico that I fragged has like doubled in size. So that's starting to put that quite nice.
If you were to frag it, you would have two nipples.
Yes, it's like gone from a normal nipple to a very, very cold nipple.
Can I just say though that quite often in this hobby, it's a shock when things are going right for people.
Yeah,
you just wait for the next thing to go wrong.
Steve's face, he just went.
Stuff growing. Steve was like, "It's growing." I'm like, well, that's because you're doing it right. So all I'm saying is like, I'm not ridiculing anybody, but I do it as well. You're always looking for like, yeah, but what about this and what about that? And you just get yourself distracted. I think sometimes to just sort of, again, going back to what I was saying about photos and whatever, you could sort of encourage yourself. You need to just give you a pat on the back, give yourself a pat on the back. If it's growing, you're doing it right, mate. That's it.
Yeah. It's doing really good. I'm really happy with it. I didn't realize how much the Duncan had grown until I cracked it off to move it to the other tank, and it's like massive heads in it, and yeah, so that was really good. My Melanaris wrasse has been a bit of a knob. It keeps turning everything upside down and flicking gravel all in my meaty corals that are sitting on the sand.
We'll do that.
But apart from that, that's like a small thing to have going wrong, isn't it? Really, it's not like when I dosed half a bottle of Nopox and like almost nuked my tank. So
you've come a long way.
Live.
Yeah, live. Or the time that my copper band stuck itself to my power head live as well.
That was brutal.
That was absolutely brutal.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm hoping to get to AAC tomorrow.
Oh, juicy.
Say good day to Paul for me.
Yeah. Your good friend Paul.
Yep.
I say the dude with that great big tank said hi.
Yeah, the bloke from Essex.
I'm going to take Paul his flow cannon wedges.
The Jaffa cannon.
The Jaffa cannon wedges, and I need to get some salt, and I'm not going to buy any fish and coral, honest.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Fucking art.
Yeah.
Are you still running the Nios salt, Steve?
Yes, I absolutely love it.
For the win.
I'm gonna be making the move soon. 2 weeks of brand new clean filters on my salt, and they're absolutely filthy. So yeah, I think it's.
I love it. It mixes so quickly. It's good.
Steve, do us a favour, and when it gets even more popular than it already is, please don't let them increase the price.
I don't think Steve's in control of that.
No comment.
Price rise is coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Steve's there making notes.
That sounds like it's coming.
I just think it's one of the massive. What's it put? I can't see that.
Change salt prices for Monday.
Yeah, don't say blame Tom.
It's already done.
Tom said.
Tom said they need to charge more.
Are you
Is that right?
serious, Steve?
Breaking news, it's gone down in price.
No.
What?
The buckets are going up in price, but the 20-kilo boxes are on their way, and they are the same price as what the 20-kilo buckets are now.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's a double bonus because I've got a garage full of plastic buckets at the moment.
Buckets.
How much is a bucket, Steve, or can you not say it?
$69.99 as of Monday.
Really? So I've completely jinxed that.
It was already done. We have been holding that off for months and months. They asked us to.
Sorry.
He pushed enter as you said that then, Tom. You realise that?
No.
He said, "Oh, I've forgotten. Thanks for reminding me,
Oh,
Tom."
yeah.
It's literally my laptop is usually covered in sticky pads, sticky notes of things that I need to do. There was literally one on there today because I cleared out on Friday, and that is the only one that is there.
Wow.
So just for everyone that's listening, I've never bought that salt. So what was it? And so it's going to
65.
So a bucket was $64.99. A bucket is going up to $69.99. However, we have got boxes on their way that are the exact same salt, exact same weight, but they're in boxes and they will be $64.99.
Nice.
So apart from losing the bucket, it's the same. And
Whenever you need a bucket, you ain't got enough. But when you don't need a bucket, you've got too many of them. They're just everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
And the boxes are fully recyclable as well.
good lad.
ICP on the box.
Sorry, who said that?
Was that ICP on the box?
Yes. Yeah, exactly the same. Everything is exactly the same.
Nice.
Glad I'm buying salt tomorrow now.
Yeah, Paul will charge you 70 quid for it though.
Yeah.
He might even charge you
Don't tell him
75.
I was about to say, he's texting you now. Tell him 75. Okay, Melinda.
Hello.
How are things going? You suggested in the green room things are not. Look at that smile. I don't know if that's alcohol.
No, that's. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm on coffee. Things are still going shit in the Jurassic reefing world.
Good.
Oh.
Good.
But under Pro Debio now, I got some more through AliExpress, and 6 of them were smashed.
What?
What did she just say?
6 of them were smashed.
6 of the vials were smashed.
Oh, I thought you said it. I thought you. No, I can't.
I wasn't smashed. No, I wasn't
Did they
smashed.
not go out of business?
They did, but AliExpress is still selling the leftovers.
Factories, warehouses full of it.
Yeah. Because I ran out of the Eco Balance. It seemed to be doing good. The local has no more Eco Balance. I think I bought the last bottle. So on the Pro Bio, I'm actually doing about a litre of Phyto every 2-3 days now.
Oh.
Does that help?
Only because I've been slack. I don't think it has helped, and I've crashed my copepods. So I haven't been adding pods for the last couple of days. But okay, good news. The KHG is in. It's working. It's not skipping a beat in its monitoring. It's still lining up with my test kits. So once my alkalinity has risen because I'm dosing silicates for the dinos. So once the alkalinity comes back into range, the KHG will be auto-dosing. because I trust them. What else? Oh, yes. The other thing, yesterday morning when I got up to turn off the micro bubbling, Steve, what is so funny?
Sorry, he just
Emma said, "Get some penis bacteria, Mel." And I said,
Can't get it
"You
into
say that?"
Australia. Emma can send me some in the mail and see if it makes it through customs. I'll give it a go. I'm willing to try anything at this point. But yes, yesterday morning, yeah, I'll try a penis. I do have 3 pieces.
Is that the same thing as Tom's onion juice? Is it the same product?
Most likely, yeah. And now
Oh
I'm
dear.
about my man Drippy that's not in the comments.
Here we
I've
go.
got it. That's done. I'm done for tonight now.
But okay, the bad news. Yesterday morning, I got up to turn the micro bubbling off because I've been doing that at night to help get the dinos off the rocks and down to the roller mat. And I noticed my female Bellis in the back corner, almost lying on her side. She wasn't breathing funny. She was just kind of lying there. And so I grabbed her. I put her in a little isolation box. Tried to feed her. She wouldn't eat. Like, she didn't look skinny. She looked quite fat, all my fish are. I let her sit there for about 2 hours. Could not see anything on her. She looked absolutely perfect other than just not swimming. So I did a freshwater bath on her for 5 minutes. And last night at about 6 o'clock when I went to feed the fish, she got binned. She was dead. So I've been changing the, I've been using the Polyp Lab carbon, and I've been changing that every week because I know that the dinos, as they die, go toxic, which I think is why I'm having all the deaths from the dinos dying off. But yeah, I'm just getting really sick of losing my favourite fish. So, but other than that, I am getting D atoms on the sandbed from the silicate dosing.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So yeah, I am getting ahead with it. Like I haven't got the huge, big, snotty streaks of dinos now. The micro bubbling and the silicate dosing is working, and I'm slowly bringing my lights back up for the last few SPS that have survived all of this because they've been in almost darkness for a month. But yeah, we're slowly getting on top of it. But losing the Bellis kind of really fucking sucked.
That is absolutely gotten gorgeous fish.
Yeah.
The male's still doing fine, but I haven't checked this morning and the micro bubbling is still going.
Sorry, Mel. That is just shit.
That's why I said don't put me first because I've got really shitty news.
Just see the viewer numbers just go.
Mel's killed more shit.
I am not fucking watching this anymore.
I'm sorry, people. I promise not to kill anything else, but I don't think I've got much else left to kill.
Oh dear.
This hobby can be the best and the worst hobby in the world, and it can be in the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Yeah,
totally agree.
Yeah, I've got a kind of saying written on the back of my shirt. I need to switch the shirt around and wear it the other way.
Yeah, it really is a stupid fucking hobby.
Oh, insert the link here for Reefing AF merchandise.
I mean, it's live, but I don't know. Tom, is there a link for the? Did we ever make one? I can't remember.
You need to. Everybody needs this shirt.
I don't remember one.
Weekly contact. Oh, there we go. There we go.
There should be, mate. I'm sure. There you go.
Available in the US, the UK, and Australia. And all proceeds go to Great Barrier Reef Foundation.
Brilliant. Love it.
Yeah, we
Third
just made a
donation
donation
made this week.
Yeah, we just made a donation this week. No, thank you for mentioning that, Mel. And it's also really nice merch. Obviously, Tom's got merch, but we're not on Tom's channel tonight, so we won't talk about it.
There's no Australia store for Tom's link.
So we're fetching ours with you, with us when we come over.
I was supposed to get one from the NIOS gear. I'm still waiting.
Anyway, there's the link for everybody except Australians. Fuck you, Australia.
So yes, UK, US, and Australia, that shop will send from. And if you're not in any of those countries, let Ron know and he'll make a new shop.
So make a new country.
Ron will deliver it by hand.
The hoodies are brilliant. I was going to wear it tonight, but it's about 55 degrees in here and too hot.
They are quite thick t-shirts, I've noticed. You get some really thin t-shirts and then you get some really thick ones. I am regretting wearing this. This is chunky. Oh, anyway.
I like it.
The worldwide ones are warm.
Yes, they are warm. Coach, what's happening with you? You've just come off a 13-hour shift.
Yeah, a bit tired. Sorry, guys. 4 a.m. start and a long old shift today. But
oh wow,
I've never known a pole dancer to start at 4 a.m. That's quite unusual.
Yeah, well, my shift starts at 5:30, but I have to be up at 4 to get to Southampton. So, anyway, less about me being boring. More exciting coral stuff. So busy, really. A couple of weeks ago, I went to Aquatic Emporium. So I went and met Madsu, who is actually really, really lovely, very, very helpful. So that was good. Bought a few corals, one of which was a lovely, that sort of size, strawberry shortcake, which is one of the last corals I've sort of bought because I've always wanted a strawberry shortcake. And
that's really big.
6 months
That's
old.
really big. Yeah, I was just thinking
that is huge.
Yeah, it was about that sort of size.
Oh, it's got smaller. It was there a minute ago. Now it's there.
About that size.
Does that with his penis?
Yeah. Go on, Ron. See if you can get it. Get the heart going.
Just can't do it.
Which I thought I'd fixed in place quite nicely at the top of my tank, and I put my my flow up on my MP40, Steve, to make sure that I had. I think they're up to 60% on mine, which is the most flow I've had on that tank. But I was running them about sort of 55. And in the morning, I got up and went in just to check everything was okay. So I got about 3 or 4 different corals, and the strawberry shortcake was upside down in one of my frog spawns. Both of which weren't looking too good. So yeah, it wasn't great. So put it back up, fixed it in place properly, and there was a few of the I don't know what you'd actually call them independently, but a few of the sprouts, should we say, not the green kind, that were starting to strip after the attack from the LPS. So I actually contacted you, Ron, didn't I, and just said, look, should I leave it and see if it heals, or should I start cutting? And you said cut it. So I did. Cut it. The few that were there that were starting to strip after the attack, I cut them back, and that was, I don't know, probably over a week now, and you wouldn't know. So it's already healed over, and it's already started growing back again with new tips on all the areas where I cut it, and at the back where it's touching the rock, and on the sides where it's touching, it's already started to base at the bottom. So
that is a massive win. Sometimes once that has happened, that is it, no matter what you do.
So as outcomes go, I was quite happy with that, really, considering it was my sort of dream coral, and I thought I might have killed it. The LP, my frog spawn, green frog spawn, doesn't still look too happy. It hasn't fully come out since, but again, usually they're gone within a couple of days if they're not happy. So, and it's still there, so I'm hoping that will sort itself out. But the main thing was obviously the strawberry shortcake. So that was all good. Where I've increased the flow, some of my gonnies that I've got in a gonny area at the bottom, on one side, they're starting to close up. So I think the flow's too much for them on one side now. So last night I actually moved a few things around into lower flow areas. So hopefully they'll come out fully again. But with that being the only change I've made in the last couple of weeks, I think that's pretty much it. Jot a few other things down. Oh, these flipping little red vermitids is my next battle. They must have come in on some kind of frag a few months ago, and it doesn't seem to matter how often I go in with the stainless tweezers and crush them all. They seem to breed as fast as I can flip and crush them. And I know it's difficult to get all of them, so I've probably got a few in places I can't see them even with a torch at night. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. There's a Reef Bum does a really good video, and I think he's got one of the things on his site around using I can't remember something calcium to basically
coral snow benefits.
So that was it. And I think that's probably going to be the only thing I can do now, because I actually rake my sand every week and turn it over. And when I do that, obviously I get particulates up, which all the corals like. Everything comes out. There's food in there for them, but I think there's probably food in there for the flipping vermitids as well, because then you can see the little nets where they're collecting stuff, so I can go in and crush them as I see them. But yeah, I'm never getting on top of it. So I know they're getting fed well, so I might have to try some snow for a few days and see how that goes. It's another one of these things. I'm doing something else different, and I don't want to then cause other problems by doing that. But yeah,
no bumblebee snails.
Say again, Steve.
No bumblebee snails.
I've got a few in there. I've got about 5 or 6, but these red ones, I don't know if they're not big vermitids. They're tiny, and I don't know if the bumblebees are actually their mouths. I know they've got these elongated mouths that they can get in, but I don't know if they're too small. But they're these horrible sharp ones. If you put your finger on it, flipping.
I've never come across the red ones. I've been fortunate enough to never have the red ones, but I do have the tiny. What is so fucking
little
funny?
spiky ones.
Tom is finding something funny.
Your little red one.
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. But anyway, moving on. Sorry.
So that's an ongoing thing. But yeah, anyone who's got experience of that, I think Alyssa said she has them as well. But yeah, I'm open to any ideas. But I think the coral snow is probably going to be the next thing. I've tried keeping on top of them. It's not happening. That's exactly what I'm doing.
You were saying about the shortcake basing out. I mean, that's like a massive win. There's nothing more satisfying other than polyp extension than a coral that you've just bought basing out, because you know he's happy.
Yeah, so far so good on that. So I've probably more luck than judgment, but yeah, I tried to get the flow right and got it in the right place, nice at the top of the tank. I run my XR15s about 70%, so it seems.
Yeah, that's Steve. XR15s for you.
Yeah, more XR15s, Steve.
The price has gone up now. £5. Sorry.
Steve,
I have been looking at strats. I can't justify.
I'm here as a hobbyist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
He's just lost the sticky note. XR15.
Sorry, let me just write another sticky note.
Okay. Got a big scale. Keep going up. So that's that. What else have I done recently? So I've got my second ICP. It's another 3 months. So yeah, 6 months in, second ICP. And my bromine, which I think was supposed to be, this is a Reef Zelements one. I think bromine's supposed to be between like 60 and 100 or something like that, as like a kind of normal range. It came back over 500, which was a little bit concerning. So chatted a little bit on Discord, and I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe it could be right. All the corals are happy, everything's happy. It should be losing coral skin at that level. So I went back to them, and they came back the next day. It was a typo. So it was about 40 something. So at least they corrected it, and they were very apologetic. But yeah, a little bit worrying for a time.
Does make you wonder in future, though, doesn't it? Yeah, that number's bullshit. That's a typo.
Yeah, they were just chewing on a Big Mac, just punching the numbers in.
Exactly, something like that. Distracted by a bee or something, or a fish in a powerhead. So yeah, so that it was good that it came back. Sorry, Steve. Proud father last week, my first phyto culture. So yeah, been sort of got a bit of advice from John and started one up, and yeah, it's probably been about 2 weeks actually. It's taken a while, but nice and dark green. So I've got that, and I'm sort of dosing that into the tank every day now. So that's nice. I'm trying to get some pods. Farm some pods, I think, at some stage, because I've got a Mandarin. But
what was that, Melinda?
Yeah, you were really quiet.
Phyto are you am I quiet? I'm never quiet in real life.
No, she's
How
not.
much phyto are you guys dosing?
I'm not dosing a lot. So I've got a 2 litre container. So I'm probably doing, I don't know, 20, 30 mils a time each day.
Rookie numbers, coach.
100 mils per 100 litres.
My
100 mil per 100 litres.
My total volume is about 480, I think, after
half a litre.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure I'm brave enough for that.
This
But
is
that will
actually
probably
coming from a phyto person in Australia. This is his recommendation: 75 to 100 mils per day per 100
Did
litres.
you misread the word psycho?
So the scientific way that I actually came with that number, Melinda, was because I kind of basically just divided the time it took to get to that level of green, and I thought, well, if I dose it at this sort of rate, it will last me to the next batch. So that's basically why I'm doing it.
That is an
Turn
interesting
your light on
equation.
longer.
Yeah.
I
It's an
can get
engineer's
mine
equation.
all the way through in 3 days from keeping the light on 24 hours.
Well, I figure I only do 12 hours, but I figure something's better than nothing, so it'll keep it tied over. But yeah, the Mandarin as well. I spotted her the other day, and she's chasing around frozen food, which I've not done anything with her at all. She was only tiny tank bred one when I got it from Maidenhead, and she's already grown about, I don't know, a centimetre, and she's chasing around all the frozen food, and yeah, she's constantly pecking at the rocks, at the pods that are obviously in there. So I've got so lucky with that. She's great. And she's she's fat, plump, and she's growing. So I was like, well, again, I've lucked out a little bit there, I think. That's about it, really. I know we weren't sharing anything in regards to Tom, but some merch.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, did you buy one? Were you the right?
I got a t-shirt, got a
Probably you, that
jumper,
person.
sticker for the
You were the
tank,
one
so-
that bought one.
Yeah, I was that guy.
Everybody else nagged me to get them for free, Coach. Sorry.
That was it. And last but not least, Dan, thanks for sending me the Parwise. So I got it. I've got to play around with it next week. I thought it'd be difficult, but I plugged it into my phone and it's really simple. So I'll play around with that next week, and then it'll be up on the Discord for whoever wants it next.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
So I've got to try to balance out Melinda's negativity with a little bit of positivity, hopefully.
Thank you. I'm disappointed there was no slideshow.
Yeah, sorry, no slide. I did the show and tell, but that's
No,
about all
I was hoping there was going to be another song, Coach.
I've got a slideshow. So I have a massive list, and I'm actually gonna. We're now at 9 o'clock, so I'm actually gonna just try and blast through these. So the main thing that's been happening for me, obviously, is the coral farm. So this is going to be the new main actual farm room. Can you see that? Okay.
Look at the dog.
I thought that was going to be Dudley's office.
Look at the
Well,
dog.
he definitely thinks it is his office. So this was me literally hoovering up from taking all the old office furniture out, because they literally, it was like they took their last order, put the phones down, and just fucking walked out. Their orders were all still sitting, all their stationery was still sitting, their chairs, everything. It was like aliens came and took them away. Anyway, so that's the main farm. This is going to be the. Who the fuck is typing
Who's
that?
got that type?
That might be me. I'm sorry, guys. Wow.
Are you using
Melinda did it.
That was mental.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Chill
so
out.
this is going to be the spawning room. As you can see, it's all old lighting, so I wanted to. So this is me starting to rip the carpet up in the main farm room. As you can see, Dudley is in every single photo. He was helping, giving me a really good hand that day, just literally lay on every bit of carpet I wanted to pick up. He now started throwing a ball at me. So I couldn't actually get this table out the door without somebody to give me a hand lifting it. So I just had to keep dragging it and then moving it. So I wanted to get rid of these old, hot, expensive to run T5 lights. So I changed it all for really high lumen LEDs, which were quite cheap from Toolstation. That's in the spawning room again. I ripped those lights down and changed them for the low wattage LEDs. Then I started painting. It's me starting to finish the painting. That's
You missed a bit.
What? Yeah, I know. and I'm also annoyed that two of the paints don't actually match, so I'm gonna have to repaint this entire room. But anyway, that was all the woodwork done. That's that room finished, and the door and the woodwork all painted. That's the floor now down.
Oh, nice.
All welded and
Very
up the
nice.
walls with a small dam at the doors to catch any water. Then today we went over to the shipping container and got Mold Red Sea 300 out of storage with a cabinet, and we loaded it on.
I see you're not lifting it.
Yeah.
Or driving it.
I was serenading them lovely.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jess wasn't there.
Wow.
I was actually playing the theme from Titanic. Anyway, so I then got my 900-litre vat out of storage, which I've had for 3 years, that I bought by mistake, and it wouldn't fit through any door in the office. So it now does, just with the doors off, fit through the doors.
Wow.
And I mean, you couldn't get a midge's pube down between the edges of that tank and the door frame. And that's it. In the farm room, that is going to be going in the spawning room, and I'm going to be plumbing it through the wall for automatic water changes in the farm, but also plumbing a drain through the wall so I can rinse the tanks out and not have to move them, and it'll just run straight to drain. That is the tank. Obviously, that's not in the spawning room because the spawning room floor still needs to be welded. It's getting welded on Monday, but we got it all.
I like how you bought the bin to match the pipework.
Nope, I've had that bin for 10 years. And the reason why it's red is because red was £25 cheaper than grey at the time. So I got a fucking red bin.
So when you got that first red bin, did it match the red on the first Red Sea tank you got?
No, it did not. G2 is the red.
Oh, in 2005?
That's a long time ago. So yeah. And that is another brute bin that I had for the shop tank, but it's on automatic water changes as well. That is a table full of all the equipment for the spawning system. So Apex, a couple of MP40s, my G5 Radians from me upgrading to the Stratton. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So once the welding's done through that wall, then it's going to be time to set up the spawning system, which I'm really excited about. And the only other thing I've got, I did take a video. How do I show a video? All right, I've got to share my screen. There we go. And this was just a little video I took today, just walking in.
So exciting.
Nice.
Wow, that's nice.
Power sockets and data sockets everywhere, which it's like it was made for it.
Nice.
So Elisa will be going 50 Shades of Grey. Yes. The reason why it's grey is I had all of the woodwork paint already, and I had that colour of grey in stock already. So I just bought a little bit more of what I already had and saved a fortune. So yeah.
Did the new grey match the old grey?
No. So in the large room, there are two tones. So I'm going to have to repaint.
Ron, can I ask you who comes up with the menu choices in the garden centre?
I don't know where you're going with this. I'm going to tentatively say Bernadette, but I don't know what's coming.
Well, I don't know why it came up on Facebook the other day. There was some very interesting combinations for Father's Day last weekend.
She likes a pun, okay?
Okay.
So we do Star Wars Day, which is obviously May the 4th.
May the 4th, yeah.
We do like Wookiee burgers and all sorts of stuff. Why, was there something on there you want to talk
about? There was a burger that had macaroni cheese on, which I just thought was a bit strange.
I
just
totally
wondered if it was a big sellout or not while you're on stage for a minute.
Well, I didn't know it was on the menu, and I walked in, and there was one going out, and I literally, and I quote, "The fuck is that?"
It looked wrong. It did look wrong.
The easy way to find this out is, what did you have for your tea on Father's Day, Ron? Was it a macaroni cheeseburger?
No, it's funny you should say that, because on days we do specials, when it doesn't sell, that's what I do have to eat. But I didn't eat a macaroni cheeseburger. I didn't eat a macaroni cheeseburger. I think I might have said, "Oh my goodness," Bernadette says it was the best seller.
Yep. There you go.
I think there were a lot of people that were maybe a little bit inquisitive and then
intrigued.
Yeah.
Do you do something for Super Mario Day as well?
Oh God, where's that going? Where's that going?
No, it's like a day. It's like March, like May the 4th. It's March the 10th because it spells Mario. 10.
Oh, so what we could
I've
do
never heard this.
in the shop, we could just have like coins hanging that people just jump up and go. "Bling."
Yeah. They can get a 1-up burger.
Oh yeah, if they ate a mushroom, they would go blah, 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 and turn into a gigantic fat.
You two have been rehearsing this clearly. Anyway,
I mean, I wish it was as simple as that. So Bernadette is actually saying she helped pick the floor. You can't see it in the photos, but there's like neon blue fleck through it. It's actually quite smart. Anyway, so other than all the exciting farm stuff, I sent out 3 lots of corals this week. 1 lot of corals, every single coral survived. 1 lot of corals, 1 is receding and the rest have all survived. And 1 delivery, every single coral died. But it's okay because they went to Rob.
oh, brilliant!
Every fucking coral I sent to him. Now, the first one died was a huge, must have been like that size pearlberry. And I knew when I was putting it in the bag, quite a big bag. I knew when I was putting it in the bag, this is so stupid. Why am I doing this? I should just send him a frag. This is probably not going to survive. But I've got so many big chunks. I was like, Rob's got a really big tank. I'll put it in a big bag. I'll put it in a big cup. I'll ship it to him. It came out the bag smelling like death. So that didn't go well. But his went with a heat pack. Now that I've got heat packs that work, by the way, that was a fucking eye-opener. The box I sent, everything survived, heat pack. And then the one I sent that only 1 coral has started to recede had no heat pack. So I'm going to be honest. I've got a spreadsheet of survive, die, where it went, how long it was in.
Ron's got a spreadsheet. Surprise.
Size of box. Actually, no, I can't say that word. Oh. If Rob's still watching, he'll know what I was about to say. So I've got this spreadsheet and I am monitoring and noting everything to try and get better at this. I'm not gonna lie, all of the evidence and everything that keeps happening during postage, I am fucking no further forward. Because nothing lines up. So,
any with Steve's cups or anything?
They will be delivered on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy your new name.
Do people like the smell of acros? You said about it smell a bit like death. Some people like that smell of acros.
Cannot stand.
I don't like it.
Dead acro in a bag.
Not dead acro in a bag. I'm just saying,
Just
like when they
acro.
slime up. Yeah, do people like it? Some people like it.
Jake Adams used to talk about, that smell.
Yeah,
of acros.
aroma.
So he was clearly fucking warped. It's disgusting.
It's rough. Yeah.
No, I just don't get it. Anyway, so the only other thing I've done is I've sent away an ICP because I just started mixing my own calcium. So when I started mixing my own alkalinity, dosed it for 2 weeks, ICP, then started mixing my own magnesium, dosed it for 2 weeks, sent away ICP, and now I'm doing my 2 weeks of making up on calcium. And I just want to make sure there's nothing in there that shouldn't be. I don't want anything building up. And the only other thing I've done is I've now gone fully for a 2-degree swing constantly all day from 24 to 26 degrees to try and harden my corals off slightly for shipping. I think one of the biggest eye openers for me farming is I grow corals like I grow them in my display tank, which is ultimate stability, amazing coloration, and super fast growth. And that is not what everyone's tank is like. So I need to try and open up the spectrum and try and harden my corals off a wee bit for sure. So I actually
do that, or do you think it's more species specific?
There's definitely a couple of species. So Bill Murray, for example, which I actually nicknamed Bill's Bollocks because he has not once come out of a shipping bag alive.
Yeah.
I am now getting asked for it again, and people have said, I do not want a refund. On my head be it, I'll take it. And I'm like, right, if you really want to, but I'm advising you don't. I even took the price down because I was like, it's going to die. It's going to die. So I've stopped shipping that entirely, although it's growing quite well again in the frag system. Blue Curacao, I'm not having a good result with. during shipping, and Fluffy AF, which is a really extended long polyped Acropora. Steve FaceTimed me today from Exodus, and his is looking absolutely dynamite.
I only lost
really, really good.
I don't think I ever had the blue Curacao, but the only one out of that shipment that I ultimately lost was Blue Murray.
I'm still waiting on my replacement box.
You'll get it, Tom. You'll get it.
I don't need it.
Can we not try and tie this up at Finest?
That would be awesome.
Would that not make sense? To try
what's happening at Finest, Matt?
Ain't my turn yet.
I thought he was on pause there. I thought honestly he was on pause.
He's gone from looking like that is his tank behind him to that he's actually living in the tank and swimming in it. From really small.
I'm dying here.
So honestly, I've actually got more, but I've taken up way too much time. So James, welcome to your first ever live stream.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Howdy.
We know what you look like.
Oh no. Not this.
He's quite a handsome fucker again. It's quite annoying.
No.
You want to see him with his hat
I
on?
have hair. No, I'm keeping it on.
Like a jar
Cheers, Tom.
of onions in here.
Yeah, put it back on. Good idea.
Yeah, thanks, Amanda. Love it. I'll get some Amanda, Melinda. Well, that's fucked up, isn't it?
I've been called worse.
Well.
I'm getting vibes.
I'm about as tall as Dave as well, I think, so that might be an issue as well.
So this is really, really weird. This is a friend of mine has randomly decided to join the live. Jake, how are you? Wow.
Does he have a tank?
Insane. Hope you're well, my man. Hope you're well. Sorry, James.
No, you're fine.
What is happening with you? Because you're setting up a new tank.
Yeah, it's an old tank, but I shut it back down in like September last year. Sold my house and put all the stuff in a holding tank for a month, and then got rid of all the corals, all the rock, everything. Kept 2 clownfish, a scopas tang, and foxface. A friend of mine's got them. So that was all gone. Set up a little fluoro evo in tank in the office at work. Put the clownfish in there, chuck loads of random rock and corals and bits and pieces in, and shut it all down yesterday, day before yesterday. Chucked it all into the D&D, and now it looks like an absolute mess. I made escape for the D&D before I went away to America for a while. Left it in a tub, one of those big plastic tubs that Lee uses for a sump.
Yep.
One on me. Yep. And so it's all cycled and that. Got some freshwater mollies, chucked them in, and they're all salty and that now. So they're just bobbing around in there. Yeah, so it just looks a bit messy. I escaped, they look good. I thought it did. And then I've got all the rock and bits and pieces from the fluke all just scattered around everywhere just because beneficial stuff. Yeah.
You can't do reefing just straight away and get to beautiful. There's
no, you just set. Yeah, you set a scale. I thought that looks all right. And I thought I need all these need the rocks in there just to be good. And yeah, it's just messy stuff everywhere. All the corals get pissed off, and yeah, other than that, it's going really well.
You think there should almost be a disclaimer stuck to every display tank in the shop that looks absolutely dynamite, just to say to everybody, you have no fucking idea what you're getting yourself in.
Yeah, this is a stupid hobby. Don't do it.
The stupid fucking hobby.
Please tell me you've made a pasty in the shape of a fish.
No, I think this is the thing. I don't actually make the pasties.
What?
Oh! You're going well down in my observation.
I can sort your pasties, but it's a family business, and everyone else makes pasties. I'm in charge of bread, cakes, and bits and pieces. I do bake the pasties. I don't make
important stuff. You're in charge of.
Can you instruct them to make a fish pasty, shaped pasty?
Well, yeah, I could politely ask. Might get a black eye, but you know, things happen.
Do one the shape of a scallop.
The scallop. I'm gonna go scallop pasties today, guys.
Are you coming to Finest, James?
I can't. It's fucking miles away. I've got work. I know.
Remove him.
Where is
Click.
Finest? Hang on. I would look at my phone, but it's the camera at the minute. It's a million miles away.
Witness.
Bernadette would like to
Witness.
know if you make Danishes.
Danish just no.
For
No.
fuck's
I think
sake.
Bernadette's probably a better baker than me, to be fair.
I mean,
I hear good things about her cakes. Well, yeah.
They were epic.
Dynamite.
Yeah, everyone says they're amazing.
there's more coming to Finest because she can't come.
Oh.
What?
We've had a resignation and we had to let somebody go this week. So it's been quite the week. So she has to fill all of the spaces. So she's.
Do you want to talk about her on?
Go on, Ron.
I really don't. There's one benefit. There's one benefit to all of this. I will get to Finest way faster.
Ooh.
I do ask the question though, Ron. Why does Bernadette have to fill all of that time? Why are you not splitting it between the two of you?
I'm educationally subnormal, Steve. So if you were to put me
What way of
in
putting
a
it?
commercial kitchen,
Yeah.
I would be wiping things on things. I would be dribbling on things. I mean, this is live, and I'm definitely going to regret this. But I'm not the man for that. I'm not a kitchen
It's
person.
out of your skill set.
There are already 2 people down. If they put him in the kitchen, there'd be more than 2.
Yeah, I could just picture being at the garden centre like Squid Games. They're all numbered. They don't have names, they just have numbers. Number 2, stop talking to number 31. Number 7. You've had 3 cigarette breaks already.
I've threatened to work in the kitchen. I have. So yeah, unfortunately, she can't come. Anyway, sorry, James. So, Finest. I'm sure you can make it to Finest.
Liverpool. It's about in Cornwall. So it's about 5 hours, maybe. It's a bit longer.
In Dorset, it's about 5 hours.
If you leave,
I think I'm about 2.5 from you, Coach. So yeah.
So next excuse, because 5 hours is nothing really. So
don't be like that. Work.
I'm 4 hours. So and I'm coming. I'm bringing cakes.
Well, I can't come with cakes, see, because you've already got the cakes covered. See, I can't be upstage with cakes.
Pasties, yeah, exactly.
Pasties, yeah.
Do you have any idea?
Pasties.
Do you know what it took me? Do you know how many times it took me to get the AI in the intro to say fucking pasties?
Really?
So you have to spell things in how it sounds in your mind. So pasties was PAHASTIES, I think. Pasties. But the one before that just kept on calling them pasties.
You should film yourself recording these and just see how you get on.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sorry, anyway.
Why did you have to spell 6? Is there a different way of spelling 6 to get it to say the word right?
Yeah, brilliant.
Sorry,
there's an offer there to get the train.
I don't know how you lot keep up with the chat and the rest of it. Hang on.
Terry says, get the train. I will pick you up, rape you, and drop you off later on.
Marvellous. And Drip is there as well in the house.
How can you refuse an offer like that?
Here he is.
Here he is. Legend.
Fuck you, Jason.
Bernadette is in the house.
It didn't break the dishwasher. Anyway,
just melted everything in it.
Can I remind everybody at 9:30, this is a reefing show. So, James, you don't cook pasties, you don't cook Danishes. You're the bread man.
No.
You're not the finest, but
bread,
you do.
rolls, cakes, and just bits, really. Yeah. Like a baker, but not a baker, maybe.
So how's the new tank going then?
It will be all right. It's just messy. I was running I had a Reef Octo 150S, the classic one, on it. I just bought it because it didn't look too big. And I've had that running when I had it set up before. I thought, just out of interest, I'll have a look and see how big the tank is for that. It's like 700 litres or something. I was like, oh, maybe I don't really need it that big. So a guy at the road, he shut his tank down, and I bought a bag bubble magus Gen 5 thing for 15 quid. So I just stuck that on it, and it's so much quieter.
That's a
The other
bar.
one was good, but yeah, it's perfect. Citric acid bath done. So I was happy with that. So if anyone needs a Reef Octo, you can have it.
Oh, there you go, everybody.
There
Love
you
it.
go. Discord offer.
Yeah, you have to be on the Discord.
You have to be Reef EF Discord. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes.
There is actually a channel for that.
Yes, there is.
Okay, I'll get right on that then. Should I do that? I can't find the channels. There's so many of them. Like, I don't know. I get pointed in a direction. Someone's like, there you go. You need to go that way. That way to that channel.
Look at Steve. Steve is just in his fucking element.
Oh no, hang on a minute. I wasn't as bad as that, Steve. There's the green room thing.
It was like the monkey with the symbols there as well.
He phoned me today and he went, "What's the name of that fucking what's it called? Discontent? What's it called?"
Discontinued.
I was waiting for my invitation to come. I've been sat by the post box all day. Postman came. There was no invite.
The carrier pigeon got dehydrated, Steve. I'm so sorry.
It has been hot today.
Fucking hell. So,
Love
James.
it. Yeah. So I've got a 3D printer and I've been printing just random stuff for a reef tank that you might need, like holders for Genesis blocks and max spec balls and stuff. That's fun.
Do you clean
Just looking
yours
for any
with
excuse. Not yet. I might try it to see what happens. After printing 3 million of them, see, just to make the labour a bit
Oh, you
more strenuous.
fuckers.
PETG or ABS or what filament are you using?
PETG.
Yeah.
PETG. PETG. Yeah. So printing that for like using that for like reef stuff, and then all the 3 million things the kids want, like dragons and articulated axolotls and all that rubbish. Just anything that will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3D printers are a night when you first buy them because everyone's like, wait, you can make anything.
Anything.
Nah, it's just a
That's
list of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should try a beard. Just try a beard.
I could just try it, shouldn't I? Just stick one on.
Clip on beard. The beard
I could
thing.
just be easy, wouldn't it? Just take this off and I just want to just whack on. Perfect.
Here
I
he
might do
is.
some hair actually.
Cheers, boy.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, so
It wouldn't be 3D printed.
Yeah. Is that your list complete, James?
That is pretty much it. Yeah, I think so.
Good man.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
You were quite resilient towards the continuous side stories. My apologies.
No.
Comment from Terry though.
Oh, who, me? I can't. I watch the screen. I'm like, I miss.
Centropyge collector. There you go.
Oh.
Wait. Thank you, Terry.
He's actually spelled wiener wrong, but anyway, I'll let him away with that.
Finer details and all
No,
that.
he meant to put the bread wiener.
Well,
That's the fucking joke I just made, Tom. What?
I wasn't reading it. I was looking at my beard to see if I've got enough, but I've got enough. All right.
I'm too busy looking at my beer.
Love it.
Okay, Dan the man, you absolute meaty meat house. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, not too bad.
What's been happening with you?
So, there's been the tank's doing okay. So I'm on the NIOS dosing's going well. So that's like nice and stable. Happy with that. On the Red Sea 4 part, when I was on that, I did get a trend where the calcium just wanted to sit really high at like 500, but then my mag wouldn't come up above 13. So on the NIOS, my mag's sitting about 1350 and my calcium is about 460. So it's a lot better.
Put the price up.
Yeah, but I was going to say, to be fair, because of what I dose on this system, the big 5 litre dosing bottles. I mean, for what I'm dosing, it's more cost effective anyway for me, because it's just as long as it stays stable, that's all I'm really. But I don't particularly chase numbers anyway, so I just like things to be roughly in balance. But yeah, the Red Sea 4 part was just a bit way off for me. So So that's going well. The fish are all great. So I've no longer got white spot. That's all gone. Thank the Lord. So that's really good. It's only taken, I don't know, about, what was it, 3.5, nearly 4 months.
That's still quicker than you got your camera to go from portrait to landscape, however.
Yeah, that was worse than the white spot. That was, but yeah,
I know nothing.
but yeah, that's good. Tank wise, I mean, I'm getting a bit of bubble algae again. Just a few little patches. I think I mentioned on the last Salty Banter that I was getting a one spot fox face. I didn't know what it was going to be, whether it was going to be a fox face or not, but it's a one spot fox face. So he's in there now. He's doing okay. So that's all good. I've managed to get hold of some new rock. So I was umming and ahhing on, because I've got loads of vermicid snails, and I mean tons. It's like if I'm good at keeping something, it's vermicid snails. So I was actually seriously considering shutting the whole tank down, completely going again. But
see, when you were going to just say shut the tank down, just go vermicids.
Just pull the fish out, yeah, and just add the vermicids, yeah. But I was looking at other rock anyway, and I managed to get some rock that was in a tank for not very long, so it still looks pretty decent. I'm just gonna have to get it all cleaned and buffered before I do anything with it. But it's rock for a 6-foot tank, so it's probably going to be too much. But I'll try and make it fit. So I've got that to do. That's going to be quite interesting.
Bigger tank.
Not in this. It's hot enough in here as it is, Matt. To be fair, I can't be running any bigger.
That is definitely Melinda's keyboard this time.
Yeah, she's on the red dragon again, isn't she?
She is.
It is a red dragon. It is a red dragon keyboard.
But yeah, so that's going to be fun. I think I'm not going to, even though this rock's completely covered in vermicids, I'm still going to just transfer it to the sump, get the new stuff in when it's ready, and I'm just going to continue the battle with the vermicids, and then at some point I'll gradually take the rock out the sump, and we'll just see. I mean, I'm not winning the war, but we'll keep going and see if we can make a dent on them. But apart from that, the tank's really good, really happy.
Are you noticing negative effects of the vermicids at all? Are they like irritating corals, or is it just literally just this aesthetic?
No, the only thing I find annoying with them, which is really annoying, is just like where you can't get to them isn't. And on the SPS frags in particular, they seem to just want to grow around the base of them, so I have to keep chopping them off of there. But generally, no. To be fair, my Fred Finn's done the most damage, so I've got some fire control in here, Emma, so I'm all right.
She uses the term fire as like good. Oh, it's fire. So when I first read it, I was like, oh, that's nice of Emma. And I was like, oh, no, she's fucking with you.
She's talking about your good lights. That is a good fire, not a bad fire.
Yeah, I was thinking about how well the light has spread on them.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the extinguisher sits in your cabinet.
He's sitting on it.
Yeah, just underneath. Yeah, because I played around. I had the Parwise before Code, so I did a little play around, and they ain't putting out masses of par, but I've managed to get them, up to where I think I'm going to need them just for some FPS. So we'll see. But you know what I'm like. I just run. If you're running a tank on a shoestring budget, that's pretty much my.
It looks very clean. Looks very clean from here, though. I will say.
Yeah. So I mean, it was neglected. To be fair, the last couple of weeks it was neglected a little bit, and I'd spent last weekend. I did a bit of a clean on the back wall, just normal stuff. But it's generally because it's only a short tank. It's not a massive system. It's even though it's 5 foot, it's quite easy to keep.
But is it short, or is that just the scale of you and the tank? Is it just send it?
I thought it was a nano.
That's just yeah. That's a little TMC. This is. Did you not know?
When he works on his tank, he's just washing his hands in the sink.
I know,
Even
it is.
shouting at Tommy.
It is when I stand next to it. It is like I'm sort of dwarfing it. But yeah.
No, but no. In all seriousness, though, mate, it looks really clean. It looks spot on for me. What I can
Does
see.
look good.
Well,
I just love the dimensions of that tank. I'm just all about shallow tanks. I love it. Rob slaughters me, obviously, because fish prefer deeper tanks.
Yeah.
Fish guy, but I love that dimension of tank. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
What is it, Dan? Just for my.
It's Waterbox Frag 145.5. So it's just the 5 foot frag series that they did, and I did have the 3 foot one before this one. So
Steve's got his pen out. Is the price going up, Steve? Sorry,
You can't get them, can you?
no.
I'm a camper.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, I'm looking forward to Finest on the 5th, so that'll be good. And just on a personal note, on the 5th of June, I know some are aware, but I lost my father-in-law on the 5th, so I had that. I mean, that's why this was neglected a little bit, really, because there's just been so much stuff going on. But
yeah,
I just want to say a big thanks to Matt, who's here, and Gaza. They both reached out to me, a week or so ago. So just thank you very much. And I know because I think it was on the Reefers Network this Friday, the 6th stream. That was like the day after. So I think I just put a comment in just to say I couldn't make it. And I did see a few people give their condolences. So thank you very much. But yeah, it's as I said, the tank itself is. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Liam. But yeah, the tank itself is good. And apart from we got the funeral coming up the 30th, so we'll do that and we'll go from there. But yeah, tank itself though. I was going to say, actually, before I forget, I sent off my first ever ICP test, which was the one I got from Love to Reef. So I've been reefing for over a year now, and I've never done an ICP. So this is probably going to be quite interesting when it comes back. I sent it Monday, and I had an email Friday to say that it's been received in Germany or wherever that it gets sent. So
Germany
probably should have the results early next week. So we'll see what that says. But yeah, thank you
I
very
think
much.
it's definitely. I think it's amazing how people can connect and reach out with each other through a fish tank, though. Fair play.
Yeah, no,
thank
you.
Mental.
Thank you, guys. I said, like the Reefy AF crew and the Reefers Network, and yeah, it's everyone's everyone's nice, aren't they? It's just
I don't think there's many hobbies like that.
No,
you get that community.
I've had a few hobbies, a bit like Steve, I think, but yeah.
Oh, Mr. Ben.
Yeah.
I bet you guys are in the same chess club, weren't you?
No.
Well, I was going to say, how does it work? Because obviously you and Steve both used to wank off goats. So how do the goats feel when the wanking stops? Because that's quite selfish, don't you think?
They tip over.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they tip
It's
over.
not fainting goats. It's just the blood disappearing.
Ron,
Yeah.
we had to say, remember this is live.
Yes. Thank you.
Ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't wanking the goat, Steve. So I'm clear. I'm
You
clear.
were just watching.
Well, I was there. I prepped the goats.
Oh, you were the fluffer. You were the fluffer.
With the
Ah, right. Okay.
So I would just show them a bit of side boob, get them in the mood, and then. Anyway, Matt.
Dan,
sorry.
Dan, is it true that you challenged and beat Gary Barlow's son in an arm wrestle?
I don't. Well, I won't. No comment.
I heard about that.
I expected a Chuck Norris thing then.
Yeah, I don't. To be fair, I don't think I'm that. I didn't think. When you in your own head you think I'm not that big.
It's just everyone else is tiny.
You're like,
yeah,
but you're like a modern day Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. The thing is, a lot of the like younger kids now, like the younger generation, they're all massive anyway. So I didn't really think about it until I saw a lot of the footage from Love to Reef from other people, and then when I caught a glimpse of myself in the background, I was like,
Can we please arrange for you to have baby Dave on your shoulders at the next meetup?
Yeah, just be in my hand like that.
Reminds me of one of the funniest things I heard on the Ricky Gervais radio show years ago. Steve Merchant was at a open air music festival, and a whole bunch of girls come up, and it's like, oh, they're wanting a wee bit of me, and they're like, yeah. So are you here all night? He's like, yeah, I'm here now. We've arranged to meet back at you because he's so fucking tall, you could see him across the whole crowd. Anyway, Matt. How's things? It's so good to see you on alive at long last.
I know, I'm difficult, I know.
Cheer up.
You do look miserable.
I'm fucking so hot. I am so hot. I feel like I'm fucking dying.
I got one gone.
Yeah.
The energy here is just electric.
Everything's wet.
Everything's wet.
Yes.
Oh.
So, my little list isn't long, but it's... so I'm still battling with cyano somewhere there. This is a picture from today. So this is how it's looking. So it's looking fairly okay. I've got a couple of corals that
looking
are
good.
Yeah, thank you. It's getting there. I've got Goni and an Acan still the hump. However, I'm wondering if it's the aluminium. I've been so busy this week. It's been a really busy week with work, so I need to get some polyfilter. I need to get that in the tank. Try and get this out. And this high zinc. I don't know what everyone thinks about high zinc. ATI said it was like really high, like 30. I think it was like 30.
Did you phone them up and maybe they were just eating a burger at the time and just needed to change it?
Typo. No, but I could ask.
They were dipping the nuggets and then stamping it.
And I've added some new rock, which I've been brewing for about a month. So this corner here, somewhere up there, you can see it's a bit to the white. I found some dead rock locally and then brewed it for about a month. I've then put it back into the tank because the Tamini was getting picked on. Ever since the swallowtail's gone in, the purple has become a prick. It's just like, it's got bipolar. Sometimes it's all right, sometimes it's not. So I was like, right, I need some more rock work. Because I think they're fighting over some black bed. Because they're not doing it during the day. And then I look at the tail of the Tamini and it's been nipped. So I'm like, is it the clowns? Is it the purple? So I'm like, I'll put some more rock in. And that's solved everything so far. And then tomorrow is water change, deep clean of the sump, and then test water.
So when you say deep clean of the sump, is that something you do regularly?
Yeah, so wet vac. I just wet vac, take all the bioballs out, shake everything off, wet vac everything out, just get rid of all the trios. Even though I've got wave makers in there, there's still a build up in there, so I like to get it all out. And then just give it a good scrape, so make sure if there's any infirmities or anything like that, just scrape it with a blade, all the walls, wet vac it out, and that's how I do a water change. And new water.
How old's the tank, Matt?
The tank is now 2 years old. So it's now, and it's been 18 months of shit because of the green hair algae rock. But we've turned the corner, and I think we're now heading in the right direction. So, yeah, good.
Are you reading that?
I'm reading.
It's gone very quiet.
I'm
very quiet.
I'm reading that, but I don't know what you want me to say on it.
Well, it's a question. You
Yes
answer
or
it.
no?
No, it's a no.
Okay.
No.
I might not throw any more of them up while you're on that.
No,
He's that hot. He's struggling. Come on.
Struggling.
If you put another one up, I've got a bit of music we can play in the background while he's thinking about it.
I'm actually toying with changing his elements. Even though the tech's doing really well, I'm actually toying with changing his elements to Nios.
Okay.
I've got it sitting in the cupboard.
I was just about to say, have you tried it yet?
Have you bought it? Because the price will be going up.
It will be now.
Quick.
It's sitting in the cupboard. I'm now looking for more, and I don't know whether I need to stop wanting more and just be happy with what I've got, because everything's growing, and whether I'm just getting fussy.
What is more to you? Is it growth, polyp extension, color?
Growth and color. Growth and color, but everything is doing really well and everything is growing. But
Get a Stratton.
No.
But this is
Two
the problem.
strands.
Two.
It's, okay, so
That's the price of that.
We are
Price
all
rise on the script.
we all want more. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how good it is. We all look at it and go, I'd like a bit more polyfixation, like a little bit more growth. If I just do this, we're never happy.
No. So I probably will give it a try because it's sitting in the cupboard downstairs. And if I notice a difference, that'll be the way I'll go. Crazy not to use it. So I'll probably...
Did Roxanne not say she wanted to try something
Modern
else? Was it Modern Reef?
Modern Reef.
Yeah,
Modern Reef, isn't it?
Yeah, she wants Modern Reef, but I'm trying to hold that one off. I've got fucking Nios sitting in the cupboard. Like, it's there.
Well, the Nios is going up in price. That might be more expensive than the Modern Reef soon, anyway.
Well, we've talked about Modern Reef, so that's got to go up now.
Matt, whereabouts do you have your alkalinity? Because I started looking at two-part because 6 months in now, I'm starting to struggle a little bit with Ultra Reef where my alka mag are out of sync with my alkalinity. So to keep my alka mag where they are, my alkalinity is slowly going up and up and up, even though I'm maintaining. So I've been looking at a two-part. The only thing I saw with Elements is they want a really low, or what I would consider low, because I quite like an 8.5-ish out. Something around 7.5, a bit more like natural seawater. Where do you run yours?
8, but with since going to Nios salt, it tends to be more 8.2-ish because of what the salt coming out of the bags around that. I used to be 8, and then it's now trended a little bit higher to between 8 to 8.5.
Okay. You don't have any problems because when I was reading the information, it specifically said in the instructions on Elements and stuff not to dose above, I don't know what it was, 7.8 or something like that. I'm assuming you start then getting precipitation, but
yeah,
that's one of the things that put me off of it and why I'm very keen on the Nios. So I've run Nios salt from the start, so I'm definitely looking into the two-part. I've been chatting with Dave about it because Dave runs it as well. So
yeah, so right.
And now Dan, I've got another person I can lean on.
Yeah. No, I am only dosing 12 ml a day though, so I'm not dosing huge amounts.
It's man-made rock in that tank, is that right?
Yeah, it's Carib Sea, green hair algae rock.
Boo.
Price rise?
Price reduced.
Save the hobby, put a price rise.
It's been mentioned.
It was 18 months of like pain, and now it's found its way, and I'm just sort of like, leave it alone for a bit, leave it alone. But if I do, it'll be Nios. I'll go to Nios. Just love the salt. So
have you got that in the cupboard because did you win it or?
Yeah, I won it. I won it from ASC.
Ah, brilliant.
So it's ready to go, isn't it? So it's stupid not to try it.
It would be mental. If you've literally got that sitting in the cupboard, you as well give it a shot.
Yeah, exactly. I might as well give it. And if I notice no difference, then I'll make a choice there and then, don't I? But
so is Roxanne going to be dosing Modern Reef on her tank?
Well, if she did, it'd be cheap, wouldn't it? Because it's like that big. But yes, no, that's officially going. So
have you thought about getting in a live rock and putting it in the sun?
Yes. What to try and brew it on further?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you've got man-made rock, it's 2 years old, and you say you're constantly cleaning the sump out, then I think maybe in my opinion, tanks need to get dirty before they get clean.
Yeah, it's just detritus.
Especially new ones.
Yeah, I just hate the look of detritus sitting around.
I get that.
Yeah. I'm not going mental because I don't want to go too clean because that could crash it. But no. Thanks, Drippy. Love you too. Love you too.
He's got such a lovely way of putting things.
He has.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
He's a legend.
Smooth.
A legend. Anything else, Matt?
No, that's all me. Hang on. Well, Finest is on the 5th of July. That's been busy. Not sure to do the bit I've asked him to do team times, but
yeah. So we're all going to be there. There's going to be food. There's going to be. Yeah. Is there going to be games? Did I read games?
Coral. There's going to be raffle.
Oh.
Is there someone doing balloon animals?
Yes, probably. I would imagine so. Yeah.
I might have a shot at one of
them. Mark messaged me from Seawave. He's donating the next one up from the one you won.
Nice.
Oh, superb.
In the raffle. I believe Steve Dare I quote it? Is that right? Is it an XR15 being thrown in the hat? Thank you very much. Yes.
Wow.
XR15.
XR15.
What was the train ticket prices?
Need to buy a ticket to that raffle.
Steve, that's right up your street. That.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
World
There's
Fauna.
a World Fauna. There's a World Fauna livestock voucher. There's a finest voucher. Yes, it should be good. Just for a group of people getting together and chatting reef.
Are you
But
coming
yeah,
down?
thank you very much.
Are you coming down, Steve? Fox?
I am. I will be there.
Yes.
So
What
you
hotel?
It's only about 3.5 hours from me, so you know, an easy drive.
Yeah, critical. Pull your finger out. Bring the pasties.
Come on, James, you can do it.
You know me and peer pressure. I'll just fold like that. Buckled done.
Yeah, you heard it here first. He's coming.
Yeah, no, it's a bit flaky for me.
Oh, not too flaky there. You don't want it too flaky.
James, are you going to Aqua H?
I haven't booked a ticket yet.
Okay, because that's like the furthest south I'm going. So if you're not going to that, then that's it.
That's it. Abandoned. Done.
Done.
Disconnected. Okay. Reefing, deleted. Done.
I used to come to Cornwall all the time, but everyone there's dead now. So you know, it's just there's no point.
Because they've been eating these pasties.
Yeah. Rough. So, yeah.
They've all got white poo.
No, it's not a thing anymore. Still, that's not a thing anymore.
Okay, Mr. Fox, thank you for joining your first ever Salty Banter Live. You have taken a bit of a beating tonight, so thank you for hanging around.
It was
From before the start.
Join. I have enjoyed it.
So what else is going up, Steve?
So thank you very much, everybody. See you later.
So what's been happening in your salty world, Steve? Come on.
My salty world. Okay, so yeah, I've had a few crises lately. So as some people will know, I set my entire system up as automated as I possibly could. So set and forget, walk away, which is exactly what I did. And then I've obviously traveled a little bit. I came back from France about a week ago to look in my cabinet and find that all my trace elements had pretty much all run out, and I'd just completely forgot to put new bottles on.
No way. Before you went away?
Yeah. Because I topped up my auto water change, changed all the pods in my RO unit, changed my RKS over, never even thought to open the cupboard of the trace elements. So yeah, I would say a good half of them were empty. I also walked back through the door to a nice red scenario and another scenario that I got from Love to Reef, which was like a green scented one covered in sand that Ron's seen today that are both half dead. So I'm sort of trying to get back on top of what is an automated system that was let down by manual labor.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, I'm going to cheer myself up. I'm going to give my pond a clean, and then decided that I would do a water change, and then found out I didn't have any water conditioner. So I went to my local store, and all the way there going water conditioner, water conditioner, water conditioner, water conditioner, water conditioner, and 2 Trachyphilias. But I have no room in whatsoever.
They sound similar.
Yeah.
Is this Mansfield?
Yes, it was Mansfield. Yeah, 2 new trackies. Another friend of mine is closing his tank down, so he messaged me through the week and said, "I've got a clam and a scully that I saved from a guy's tank. Do you want them?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do." I'll just sort of hang them upside down from wire.
Steve, if you ever need any more tank space, I'm happy to come and take some corals from you. No problem at all.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Well, I've thrown my hat in the ring, and I'm going to take a little bit of weight off of them.
Yes, so there's another thing. So we'll move on to that in a moment, Ron. So I set this tank up with the chiller, as we sort of discussed earlier. Really bad idea to put it in the same room, but I thought, well, if I leave 3 inches gap behind, and I've got an expel air fan through the wall to take the hot air away, that will fix it. So you see the giant fan behind me, which is why I'm sweating so much, because the fan's on the pump, as well as the chiller, because that's not working now.
Oh.
No, the chiller's working.
not working.
So I'm sort of reaching 27, whereas I'd usually run at 26.
Yeah.
So after all of this, I spoke to Ron earlier and I said to him, right, seeing you in a couple of weeks, Ron, show me some frags that you want, because I'm going to give the tank a once over. So basically, Ron's answer was everything that's not green. So I went, yeah, okay, fine. So I've been round cutting frags for Ron. I don't know if you can see the frag rack that is sat there that now has a mag scrape, the biggest one magnet trying to hold it on. Because literally, the more frags that I put on, the frag rack inside just kept dropping into my scullies. So I don't know what these frags are going to look like.
Price rise on frag racks?
Yeah, they're just
Definitely
falling over. And the reason that I was late is because I was speaking to Joe from Aquarium Composition to work out how I am going to run pipework from here through this room, through the living room, through the wall to the building outside, where I am potentially going to be putting my new water change, dosing systems, RO unit, chiller for the new tank that I've spoken to the tank builder about today.
nice.
Oh, come on. What's happening then?
So that's I've known the tank builder for quite some time, so he knows me pretty well. So he got a picture of, can you build that?
Oh, that's like a tank you've had in the past.
That is exactly the same as the tank I had in the past, apart from a couple of little changes.
Nice.
I spoke to my wife and she said, yeah, I like the tank that we had before. I just want that again. So I like, okay. So my old tank was 32 inches deep. I'll probably go 28, 29 max on this one. And I want a dry chamber running the entire back so I can push it all the way to the wall. So when I had the 4 foot front to back, then I had about 4 inches space behind it for dry sides.
Superb. So forgive me if I'm wrong. The reason why
I've been doing nothing really.
So the reason, yeah, I know exactly what you've been up to, and I don't. I'm glad I'm not you this week. So your old tank that you used to have that you're now going back to again. Am I right in thinking it was the stand that started to fail on that?
Oh yeah.
So it was a metal stand and it started to rust.
Yeah, it started rusting from the inside out. It was a mild steel, powder coated, and it just started rusting from the inside out. So I didn't want 2,500 litres running from there through the house like a tsunami. So yes, I threw my teddies out the cot and got rid of everything.
So the tank behind you is getting shut down?
It will eventually. This is going to get moved. Hence why I was on the phone to Joe.
To Ron's coral farm?
No. Get moved.
And it doesn't post to Australia.
No, I'm just thinking that'd be perfect for Ron to grow all those torches and recordias in.
But Steve has already decided he's not getting rid of it, aren't you, Steve?
Well, all right. Yeah, fair enough.
Shark Tank.
Conversation between us, Ron.
We're all addicts together, Steve.
I've already been looking at this, so it's going to have to move from here to the other room to get the new tank in, to then move everything over. And in that time of me saying, no, I'm not having a new tank, no, I'm not having a new tank, let's talk to the tank builder, let's look at having a new tank. Oh, and while we're doing it, let's build a room outside and put everything outside and run pipes halfway under the floor through the house. And that tank could fit really well in my office.
It would indeed.
Nice.
So, you know, go for another tank as well as because the new tank I think will run out of space.
I mean, it's going to. It's 100% going to.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. But
Well, I think this is about 14, 15 months old now.
That's
Which
crazy.
realistically is a joke. It really is a joke. And in the back of my mind, I am just thinking, can I actually replicate this again? Or is it just one of the tanks that has just bloomed?
How
And
much
then crash?
coral moved over from your tank with the angle cut off to the tank behind you? Was it instantly full?
No, I had probably maybe 18 months without a tank. I got rid of everything. I absolutely threw my teddies out. I got rid of everything.
That doesn't sound like you at all, Steve.
So that is what you've built up in that amount of time. You do have a
that's
fucking
incredible. I thought you just swapped them straight over from the last one to that one. They had like almost like an insta tank set up and just plain sailing. But nice.
The majority of this started out frags.
Brilliant.
As Ron will tell you.
So, what do you think it is that you've done that's given it such
stability? So auto water changing, massive. I never go away from that now.
Me too.
The entire system started on live rock, so that's 2 boxes of live rock in there, which I know is not the easiest thing to find. I felt lucky that the store that I got it from had excess, and I know them relatively well to be able to twist their arm and say, "Give it to me."
Did you have a knife in your hand?
I paid him, obviously, but I just said
something else.
I need live rock. That is it. And it's run on RKS from the beginning. Can I say that is down? That is the success of it? No. Can I say I feel as though it has helped? Yes.
Same here.
But I think it's just all about the stability of the system. I do very little. It gets the exact same amount of food every single day. So I never overfeed. I'm hoping that I don't underfeed. My fish are fat. It's just those little things.
You mentioned trace elements earlier about the RKS. With RKS on, what have you been dosing separately then?
A lot. I've got 14 dosing heads all in. So everything from iodine, cobalt, manganese, bromine, chrome, zinc,
cobalt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you top them up?
Do you not think that completely contradicts the whole point of those 4 bottles?
Not necessarily. Depends
From a
on
cost point of view, it's ridiculous.
Depends on how much of it you get through. Obviously, I've got a lot of coral that consume a lot of tracers. There is no in my eyes, there is no 2 bottles, 4 bottles, 6 bottles that I could put on this system and not have to have tracers. I don't see it as a possibility.
So you use your ICP results, I take it, as an indicator, though.
Yeah. That's the reason why I went down dosing individually of every single trace element.
Yeah.
So I can just tweak them rather than making up a 1 litre bottle or whatever, to then have to keep changing it every month. So I just tweak those to whatever my ICP is. I just tweak to suit.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, and I just ended up chasing numbers.
Yeah, and I don't look at, oh, it's low, I've got to add 5 mil to get it to where I want it to be. I look at what my last result was, and if it's risen from my last result, I don't do anything. I wait.
So how many have you been dosing on top of RKS?
I dose 14 bottles.
14 doses. There you go, Ron. That's the conversation we were having the other week about mine, about this.
That's mental.
Yeah, I've got 3 DOS that run RKS and auto walk changes, and then I've got 14 versus.
Wow.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, the verses also run aminos, liquid red, phosphate minus, phosphate plus, nitrate plus.
I'm not having a dig here, but I just think that's really naughty. That's really naughty that certain products are marketed in a way that it's set and forget, and that's all you'll ever need. But yet you're obviously pushing the boundaries. You've been there a hell of a long time, and you're obviously dialing it in, which is what I was doing. But on this, and I just got myself to a point where I was just literally chasing numbers, and that's everything that I said that I don't want to be doing. So I've stopped all that, and I'm just gone back to water changes. Hence, talk conversation about the calcium reactor.
And in all honesty, you could do what I do with one dose in head.
Yeah, all for E4, something like that.
You need to mix your traces.
Oh yeah, mix. Yeah, you mix your traces in the coordination of what your uptake is.
Absolutely. Whereas if I'm not here, I can't do that. Whereas I can change my doses from anywhere, so I can send an ICP before I leave.
I'm a bit cold.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Honest, Grippy.
Are you worried, Steve, about moving that tank?
Yes. It's the only reason that it's not already done.
Right.
That's why he's getting Joe to do it.
Yeah. That's it. Joe's bought some new machinery. He was showing me tonight that he can move a system just by draining the water down and leaving 3 or 4 inches in the bottom. So the aim is that we will leave everything as is, drain 3/4 of the water out, move the tank, and then refill it.
You going to film it?
Do it live.
Since when do I film anything? I don't even take.
I was thinking it would be amazing.
I will offer my services to drive all that way just to film it, and I promise I will be there in a supportive role.
I won't laugh much if it goes wrong.
You sound like Jeremy Clarkson when you say that.
Because he'll be doing diddly squat. That's why.
Very good. You got to show the picture now, Ron.
I don't know. I don't think I've got it saved, Steve. You would need to pull it up.
Steve will have it.
Yeah, I don't think I've got it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to look for it anyway. Keep talking. I'll find it.
Yeah, I could message my mate and get him to, and I could phone him, and then I could prove it when I phone him. That is what comes up on his phone now.
I've got this one.
Me as Jeremy fucking.
Well,
Clark.
when Drippy rings me, I've got him as Nick Knowles off Design SOS or whatever it is.
In the purple t-shirt.
DIY, in the purple t-shirt. Yeah.
Brilliant. Anyway, Steve, you've been a very good sport. You've been getting slaughtered on camera, and oh god, here it is.
See, put him on full screen. Come on.
Everyone full screen, yeah. So everyone thought the Susan Boyle one was hilarious and stuff, right? But that is the one that got me because I can see me fucking turning into that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This was the better one, I think.
That is.
Oh yeah, that was the better. Yeah, that was definitely the better one.
It gets the facial expression in there. Like, yeah.
I like the tight jumper.
That's his cum face.
You're about 7 months there, aren't you?
Who just said that's his cum face? Who was that?
Wasn't me.
Not me.
You know if it was me, because I said it was me.
Who asked for a copy of the picture? Right, I'll send it over.
Oh, 2 hands have now gone up.
I'll have a copy.
Yes, Drippy, I have it. Just have it on, my man. Love it. Love it. Thank you again for bringing it back for me.
I was a little bit disappointed. So me and Ron had a little FaceTime earlier, obviously, so he could show me some. Yeah, he could see which corals he wanted from out of my tank, and apart from just saying everything, he said, "I will show you round the farm." What a waste of time! There's no sheep, there's no pigs, there's no cows. I mean, seriously, it's in Scotland.
There's no farm shop.
I sent them all to slaughter, Steve. Whole lot. All in a oneer. They're going in James's pasties tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just a mixed pasty.
Ron's special meat mixture.
Cock and balls only.
All sorts.
Dear.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's not invited you, Steve.
No, he knows better than to invite me.
You're getting a snog at finest, Steve.
I am invited to now. I'm not sure why.
The real Steve is amazing. Absolutely
I am
amazing.
the real Steve. Do you remember the discussion that we had earlier on?
Yes.
I've been very well behaved.
Oh wow! Just wait till you're in Reefer Palooza next year, Ron, and he's had eight blue moons.
What are they, 0 alcohol too? That's not drinking, that's cordial.
Can we kick him out and then let him come back in again? Because that.
No, just kick me out.
Just kick me. Let me go.
Please.
Let me go. Anyway, Steve, I hope you're going to bring some Werther's Original with you to Finest. That would make my day. Listen, thank you so much to everybody. No, I wasn't going to bring that up. You told me not to bring that up. Thank you so much to everybody from Reef AF Discord for joining tonight. And thank you so much to everybody in the comments. And please do like and subscribe and join the Discord. It is a scary place when you first join, but just give it a chance.
It's so simple to navigate, like Steve Fox said earlier.
I think Tom has made 6 comments.
How many?
Yeah, it's not for everyone. Fuck you all. Anyway, thanks for joining. We'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.
See ya.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm sure there will be more to come. We appreciate every last one of you. Hit like and subscribe, it's the least you can do. Salty Banter Live. Tune in next time so the channel can thrive. Join the Discord channel